Our next guest is a regular on Sirius Satellite Radio's The Howard Stern Show. Please welcome the very funny Artie Lange. Artie, come on in. Happy New Year.
Hey.
Welcome back to the show. How you doing?
It's great to be here. It's electric. Paris Hilton is here.
Sure, yeah, it's nice.
It really is. And last time I was here, I followed Nicole Richie.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And it's weird. I figured out, do your guests have to total a certain amount of weight or something?
Yes, that's right. You are ballast.
I'm balancing it out?
That's right.
Yeah, no, but I was shy to meet her, and then she said she likes funny guys.
Oh, yes.
And I introduced myself to her, and I was a little charming, and I don't know, I think I got a shot at banging her, quite frankly.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, now, see, this is the kind of thing I was afraid Paul would pull.
Not at all. Are you kidding?
You love chicks like that. They say they like funny guys, and then later on in the night, you're trying to be funny for them, and they're making out with Stavros Nitros. And you're like, God, he must be hilarious.
Now, how are you with your weight? You don't look bad to me, are you?
I'm a little heavy now.
Yeah.
I've gained a lot of weight over the past year.
Well, what is it like when you're out walking around and people see you? Do they?
Well, I had a telltale sign that I gained a lot of weight.
Really?
This was a wake-up call. You know, New York, we somehow lived through the big Rosie O'Donnell, Donald Trump feud. We're a resilient city, and we got through it.
Sure.
And during the big O'Donnell-Trump feud, I'm walking down Fifth Avenue, minding my own business, and a beautiful girl comes up to me and says, "Listen, I am so on your side in this feud. Trump is a jerk."
Whoa. Wow. That's weird.
And I was going to correct her, but then I realized she's hot. My
Sure,
God.
yeah.
Rosie gets way better broads than I do. And I'm not proud of it, but I let her think I was Rosie, and I kind of like made out with her. And then I put her on a bus, and she still thinks she made out with Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, well.
But
what a wonderful life.
You know, I've been to prison. Whatever you need to know, just ask me.
Okay, sure.
And I wish it was an isolated incident with me, but
Really?
I've done this before. I've let women think I was a different celebrity to get.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sex. And I wish I had a dime for every time in the 90s a woman left New York City thinking she slept with Newman from Seinfeld.
Oh. I'm telling you, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's a win-win, really, when you look at it.
You know, I was fine, and she got to meet a big star.
That's right.
And as they approach me, I make them go, "Hello, Newman." I'm a big fan.
Now let's talk about. You got to be a Giants fan. I know you're a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Talk about the Super Bowl. Now, when there's a big game like this, do you wager? Or are you one of those guys that likes to bet?
I have a bad gambling problem.
Oh no.
You're not in show business for 15 years and dressed like this without a bad gambling problem.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
I was making $35 grand a week on a sitcom, Dave. I'm wearing the same cargo pants I wore at a Rush concert in 1981. But the Giants in the 80s and 70s, sports fans in New York will remember this. They were hard to bet on because if you listen to the game on the radio, they had. I know you're a fan of big old-time announcers for local sports teams.
Right.
The Giants had this guy, Jim Gordon, older guy. But by the time I was listening to him, he was way older, and I heard he might, throw a few back sometimes before a game. And what happened is he'd get on the radio, and he'd always make mistakes on the radio. So if you had a bet on the game, you didn't know what the hell was going on. You'd have a big bet on the game, and Jim Gordon would say something like this. This is a typical Jim Gordon moment. He'd go, "Sims drops back, looking for a receiver. He's going way deep, long, way down for Baker, baby. Touchdown, Giants!" No, he dropped it.
Oh, man.
You know, with gambling, you lose in gambling, you get that physical pain. Like, I'm out getting Christmas trees with my uncle, Got double my net worth on the game, and Jim Gordon's like, Mega takes the ball at his own 32. He breaks a tackle. He's across midfield, 45-40, 35-30. He's got one man to beat the kicker. He's by the kicker. He'll score! No, he stepped out at the 5.
Stepped out at the 5. Wow.
So that means he didn't score at all. He's on the 5.
No, he stepped out at the 5. Oh, my goodness. That's horrible.
One time years ago, I had $500 to my name. So I put $1,000 on a giant.
Well, that's you got to bet not over your head. Bet with your head.
You want to spruce up a boring Sunday, Dave? I'll tell you what. Put double your net worth on a football game, and then get drunk watching it. Beats the hell out of any New Year's Eve you'll ever have.
I would think so.
So I got all this money on the game, and here's what Jim Gordon says on the radio. True story. Giants have the ball, 4th and goal from the 1. Tillman alone setback. Handoff Tillman. Maybe. What? He's in. Wait, no, I can't see it. Now word from Toyota.
Oh, my God. Well, right there.
Commercial, Dave.
Yeah. Now, Artie, it says you're going to be at the Borgata in Atlantic City. Now, is that a good place for you to be, Atlantic City?
Well, I get paid quite a bit of money to do my stand-up down there.
We'll try to hang
so
on to it.
I end up down about $5,000 for the weekend.
That's not so bad. That'll be February 16th.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Yes, and Sirius Satellite Radio.
Always
the
a
NFL
pleasure.
channel. It's great.
Artie Lange, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. All right,
We'll be right back with Vampire Weekend.